Welcome aboard Alex's Animal Ark. My name is Alex and I will be your guide to all the amazing animals that live on our planet. Today we will be learning about the coconut crab. So what exactly is a coconut crab? To start with, they're the largest terrestrial arthropod and invertebrate in the world. They are a type of hermit crab. Coconut crabs can reach lengths of 16 inches and weights of 9 pounds. Their leg span can reach a size of 3 feet. The carapace or upper section of exoskeleton can reach lengths of 3.1 inches and widths of 7.9 inches. The males are generally larger than the females. They can live up to 60 years in the wild. They come in a range of colors from orangish red to purplish blue. The most common color is blue. Their body is like most decapods and is split into a front section or thorax and an abdomen. Their bodies are covered in a thick and tough exoskeleton created by layering chitin and chalk. Their thorax contains their 10 legs. The first 2 are their large claws they use to rip things apart, and the left one is generally larger. The next 4 are large walking legs with pointed ends. These legs help them climb trees and overhanging surfaces. Their 4th pair is smaller than all their other legs, and at the end of it has small tweezer-like claws. Young coconut crabs use these claws to hold onto shells or coconut husks for protection. Their last pair is usually hidden away in the cavity that holds their lungs. This last pair is used by females to hold their eggs and by males for mating. They keep their tail curled underneath them for protection. Their breathing apparatus is housed in a cavity inside the thorax. They are known as Brachiostegal Lungs. These are considered a developmental stage between gills and lungs. They contain tissue that's similar to gills, but instead of filtering oxygen from the water, they filter it from the air. These lungs are located in that location to decrease the distance for blood gas diffusion and return back to the heart. These lungs require water to function properly, so the coconut crab uses their last pair of legs to keep them moist and clean. Coconut crabs do have gills, but they are very small. So where can you find coconut crabs? They are generally found in areas with coconut palms, and they follow the distribution of the coconut palm. This includes many islands across the Indian and Pacific Oceans. They also live on the coast of Africa near Zanzibar. The largest population lives on Christmas Island. Their northern and southern limits are the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Their western limit is Zanzibar, and their eastern limit is the Gambier Islands. So what are some coconut crab behaviors? Coconut crabs usually come out during the evening and night to escape the heat. They also come out when it's raining or moist, since they can keep their lungs moist, which means they can breathe better. During the day, they hide in their burrows to conserve water. While resting in their burrows, they close the entrance to it with one of their claws, which traps in the moisture they need to keep their lungs moist. Coconut crabs are omnivores. They typically eat fruits, nuts, drupes, seeds, and pith of fallen trees. They also eat coconuts. If there's a husk on the coconut still, the crab will peel off the husk until the 3 germination pores are visible. It will then bang its pincers on the coconut until it bursts open. The crab will then consume the flesh of the coconut. Coconut crabs are very good climbers, so they can reach food and trees very easily. They will also eat organic matter. They are also really good hunters, surprisingly. They typically hunt rats, other coconut crabs, and even large seabirds. Coconut crabs live in burrows or rock crevices, depending on the terrain around them. They dig burrows in sand or loose soil, and line the burrows with fibers from coconut husks. They also hide in burrows when they go through their annual molt or shedding of old exoskeleton. Since they need time for their new exoskeleton to harden, they may spend 3 to 16 weeks in the burrow. The only predators coconut crabs have are humans and other coconut crabs. They're generally safe for humans to eat, but they may become poisonous depending on what they eat. Coconut crab mating occurs frequently between May and September. After mating, the female will lay her eggs and glue them to the bottom of her abdomen. She will carry these eggs around for several months until they are ready to hatch. When it's time for them to hatch, the female will go to the shore and release the larvae into the ocean at high tide. The larvae will then spend time in the pelagic zone with other plankton for 3 to 4 weeks. Many of them will be eaten at this stage. They will then pass through 3 to 5 stages of growth before reaching the glaucopho stage. This takes 25 to 33 days. At this point, the young crabs will settle to the bottom and pick a perfectly sized shell. They will then join other hermit crabs on the shoreline and make short journeys onto dry land. During this time, they keep growing and have to keep switching to better fitting shells. If they can't find one, they may use a hunk of coconut. Eventually, they will outgrow their shells and form a tough exoskeleton. Finally, they will leave the ocean after developing their lungs and never go back. And now it's time for some coconut crab fun facts. Did you know that they can't swim? This is due to their lungs being designed to gather oxygen from the air. Coconut crabs have a really great sense of smell. When fully grown, their claws could generate a force of 3,300 newtons, which is a lot of pressure. They can also lift up to 30 kilograms, which is about the weight of a 10-year-old. They can also survive a fall of 15 feet. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed it and want to hear more, feel free to subscribe to Alex's Animal Ark on YouTube, or subscribe on Spotify, Deezer, Stitcher, TuneIn, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Castro, Castbox, Podfriend, and iHeartRadio. If there's an animal you would like to hear me cover, please email your name and the animal you want to hear about to awesomeanimals21@gmail.com, and I will add it to the list. Thank you for coming on this animal adventure. I will see you all again for the next voyage.